So before I left for Florida, I had started a series on the 5 portfolios that I had that I kept separate from my collection because they were special. Some were remarks, a lot of signatures, and so forth. Anyway, because I couldn't bring them all down to Florida with me, and because I didn't finish the series of the 5, I'm going to finish it now. But since numbers 1 and 2, which I did back in December, might be a little fuzzy in your mind, I thought I'd start off by putting those two together and having kind of a replay of those first two. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do number 3, followed by 4 and 5. So if you don't remember it, I'm sure you don't, stay tuned for the video. Anachronic. Hi, comic book fans. I'm Joe, and welcome to Anachronic Comics. So I showed you only a little bit of my closet because it's a big, big mess. I don't want you to see the rest of it. But I do have some comic books in there. As I mentioned, most of them are older comic books. But I have all those folios that I showed. And what I've done over the years is when I've gotten a book with a signature on it, and perhaps there's another book in there I know that doesn't have a signature but significant, I throw them in the folios. And the folios that I buy generally are from BCW. So let's see what we've got in here. Okay. The first one is Batman and the Signal from the pages of Metal. Batman and the Signal from the pages of Metal. What it is, this was from Midtown Comics. So, you know, if you're down there and you're around and they have people coming in to sign, you go ahead and go there, buy the book, and they'll sign it, and they even give you a certificate of authenticity. All right, so that's the first book that's in there. All right, so the second book is signed, I could tell by the signature, by Scott Snyder. It's Justice League #1, another iteration, signed at Midtown Comics. This was from 2018 as well. No color, and his signature is right up there. Scott Snyder. Okay. Oh, okay. Couple of Detective Comics, 1000's coming up. They came out. And God, who did this? This was Jim Lee, right? This is a Jim Lee cover. It is a wraparound, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me take it out. Yes. I have to get a clear backing board for this. So here's the front. Sorry for that glare. I'll try to get rid of it. And here's the back. Pretty cool. Oh, 102 out of 160. And it was signed by Tom King. Right there. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Okay. Put that there. And the other Detective 1000 is a Greg Capullo cover, number 34 out of 60 with the gold signature. All right. Again, another Midtown Comics event done in connection with Dynamic Forces. This is number 34. It was limited to 60 copies. Okay. 3 more in that folio. Okay, oh right, I remember these now. But they are all signed by Jim Lee. So the first one is the G cover. Okay, you see there a number. It's number 14 out of 100. So limited to 100 signatures. The next one is the H cover. And it's number 15 out of 100. And the final one was the I cover, number 15 out of 100. We mentioned Jim Lee's kind of scribble. You can kind of see it over here. There's no way that you would know that that's Jim Lee, that says Jim Lee. So that's the first folio. All right. Those are pretty cool books, right? So it's time to look at portfolio number 2 and see what might be in there. Again, these
folios are supposed to hold 15 books, but if you put larger books in, obviously it's less. I think I only had 6 or 7 in folio number 1. This one also, wow, it's pretty thick here. Oh boy. Okay, number 2. 10 books in here, and can already see where most of them come from looking at this type of thing. All right, so let's see what we got. So the first one is Batman 89, number 1. This is a Miko Swayon variant from Big Time Collectibles, and it was a MegaCon exclusive from 2022. All right, it's signed by him somewhere. Oh, geez, you can hardly see it. It's up here in blue. Can you kind of see it? There you go. All right, so it's a signed book. Now, back when Action Comics number 1000 came out in 2022, I believe, there were a slew of variants. I mean, you would have to be a gazillionaire to be able to buy them all. What I did was I looked at and see which ones might be for sale that had signatures on them. So the first one I have is a Remarqued one. It's the cover O, which is the blank. Which is the blank cover, and it was remarked by Ken. I think it's pronounced Hazer, Haeser. But this was a pretty cool one, kind of a mean-looking Superman on Action Comics number 1000. The blank variant, which I think was O, if I remember correctly. Next one I have is another remarked by Ken Hazer. All right. Signed and remarked by him, the Superman emblem. All right, cool remark. Simple, but nice for Action Comics number 1000. Next one I really like. Unfortunately, it's not a real pencil, but it is a repro of a Kurt Swan pencil, which at that time was 20 something out of 90, or it looks like he did it in 91, February of 91. But here it is, pure Kurt Swan. But it's signed by Tom King, who is one of the writers for one of the stories in Action Comics 1000. Isn't that cool? So this one is a Dan Jurgens black and white exclusive, and it's signed by Scott Snyder, another one of the authors. And this one actually is numbered. Let's see. Only 50 copies he signed of these for Dynamic Forces, and this was number 30. Oh yeah, it's a wraparound. Here we go. Front, wraparound, and as you can see, what it is basically Jurgens putting Superman throughout the years, and I guess in some ways imitating the various artists for it. I'll show you the color one in a moment. Now apparently this colored one, also from Dynamic Forces and exclusive, was limited to 8,000 copies. I don't think 8,000 included the black and white. That would be surprising if it did. I'm gonna have to get some clear backing boards for this one as well. Now you can see this one a lot nicer. Look at that. All right, let's start off with Superman from Schuster, making your way up, and all right. Now, the next one, I have to just tell this story a little bit. This is 1,000 copies were signed by Brian Michael Bendis, who has a story in here. This is number 409. Now, when Bendis took over Superman, he spoiled it for me. I don't remember when he did it and whether or not this was something that I should have, that happened before or after. I don't know. If it was today, I probably wouldn't have gotten his signature, but it's the only book I have with his signature on it, though I guess an X-Men one or a Marvel one would have been better. But he signed this. It was number 409 out of 1,000 copies that he signed. Now this is the 1990s variant, and it's pretty cool because 1990s was Dan Jurgens' time, and this is by Dan Jurgens. All right, and it's signed by Dan Jurgens right here. Again, it's in silver. At least when you take a look at his signature, you know it's his, which is kind of nice. And Ken Heiser also remarked it in silver up here. Looks like another Mean Superman. I guess he likes to do Mean Superman. All right. Okay, that's cool. Two more. Another copy of the 1990s variant. 500 of them signed by Dan Jurgens alone, and this is number 4. All right, you see a signature down there, and you see there 4 out of 500. And one more in here. Let's see what this one is. Okay, so this is the, oh, very cool. So this, again, I believe was the cover A by Jim Lee, and this is actually signed by Jim Lee. He signed 120 of them, and this is number 39. There's Jim Lee's squiggle. All right, okay, and you can see there, number 39 out of 120. Very cool. So all in all, a pretty good portfolio. All right, some signatures there and some exclusives. Thanks for watching. I think I have about another 4 of them, so I'll be taking them out of here and there, so that you can go ahead and take a look at them along with me, since I don't remember what's in them. Be well, guys, and I'll see you soon.